the ball on the tee. And off we go from Houston. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. The Raiders have their punt team out there. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Reese Paul, touchdown Texans. His 6th touchdown now for the season. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And he's made a big impact in the passing game. As you look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down. Second down and 8. Throwing now, Daniels. That is intercepted. Picked off by Kaiir Elam. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Well, they just tried a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with a big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down. Receiver in motion, going right. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got his man. That's Lee Getton. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Taking a shot downfield for Smith.
I think it's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. and bring up third down. Throwing again, Daniel. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. George Karlaftis, the former Boilermaker, in there for the sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's Daniel Whelan now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Hall. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Going to try to pick up the 1st down with his own read.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes Michael Dixon to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play action. Here's Daniels. That is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. We are through 1. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Daniels going to throw again. To the goal line and in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Vegas.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He'll be a little short of that 1st down. Tackled at about the 37-yard line. 3rd and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll get to the 40 on a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Quick throw, taken in, and they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Still going inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Houston. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Texans will take a 21-7 lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and receiver Devontae Smith take the field for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Motion man set right. Daniels now on 1st down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll send a tight end in motion. To the air again is Daniels. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. Now Daniels. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the 1st down. Now Gibbs. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's got the 1st down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. This one caught at the 4. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. It's Daniels. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
And this is where the threat of run just opens up everything else in your offense, especially when you have a premier back lined up behind center. And this is one of those cases where the defense is so worried about how do we stop this ground game. You don't have enough guys to account for everyone in the passing game, and results in an easy touchdown.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders draw closer here. It's 21-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I, back from Houston in a moment. They'll look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Throwing now on 3rd and long. To the outside, he's got Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
He'll tuck it and take off. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone. So we have reached halftime with these two teams, and apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. On the return, here's Sim. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. As we check the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he is right up there among the best in the NFL. 2nd and a yard. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
The tackle by Trenton Simpson. 4 yards on the pickup.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
At the 36-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. It's first down, and it's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Tight end motioning left. Another run here with Hall. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's third down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. A tight end in motion now. They'll run. It's Hall. And he'll take this down to about the 7. Here now, second down and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is third and long. He'll try to run for it, and he will score. Touchdown, Texans. Will Reichert now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This fielded at about the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll do so with first and 10. Throwing is Daniels. His throw left side is complete. Here's second and 3 to go. One of the tight ends in motion right. On second down, it's Daniels. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. To throw is Daniels. A throw on the move is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Man in motion is Smith. Daniels gonna throw again. Quick throw taken in. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Man in motion is Smith. Daniels to throw on second down. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And the Texans are going to have it just past their 25. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
They give to Hall. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
A loss of 1.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. They send a receiver in motion left. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down. Tight end going in motion here. 1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. Now he'll air one out. And the Texans have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle with Hall. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
A run here with Hall. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
The tackle by Captain Simpson. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
And that is incomplete. The Texans set to punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close, out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. Sending a receiver right. Daniels now on 1st down. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Las Vegas.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. Easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Man in motion is Smith. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. The Raiders send their punt team out. Sims now to return it. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Now he'll run. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. First down throw there is incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the run, here's Hall. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. He'll drop the throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They will run it over center with Hall. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
A give. Here's Hall.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one taken in. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. On first down, Daniels. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Raiders.
They'll throw with Daniels. They'll look to set up the screen here. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third and long. To the air again is Daniels. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much. And that should wrap this one up.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Second down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
At the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
Here's Hall. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Texans. And it was their defense that led the way as they